friends. It's Kevin Smets here. Listen, I just got fresh off recording the newest episode of Jedi Way. You can find that on John Roca's channel, The Jedi Way, with myself, Laura Kelly, and John Roca, talking about Andor, talking about Star Wars and everything else. But I was too excited. We're less than 24 hours from our release, or after our release, of the teaser for KOTOR Convergence, our teaser number 3. And it hit over 57,000 views in less than 24 hours, which is one of our best uploads, best releases since our trailer for Shadows of the Sith Episode 3. So something about teaser 3s, Episode 3s, I don't know, that does well on our channel. But it kind of, not saying that 57,000 is viral per se, but it is very rewarding and happy. It makes the crew happy, and the fans are happy, and it can only mean good things for the channel. And leading up to our premiere, we still got a couple more surprises and a couple more trailers headed your way too. This was more of my, I wanted to do a teaser that showed the more gritty side of what I believe the dark side of the story is, because some of our trailers and promotions have shown some humorous moments and stuff, so I just wanted to show a different side. But I wanted to real quick, this is not a Q&A video, this is just kind of a thank you to the fans, and I'm going to just scroll through the comments and the general reactions in Discord and in the YouTube video, just to react to anything if there were quick questions or whatever, because I do want my next Q&A to be with Darth Varkor himself, since he's so pivotal on this project as well. And also, I want to do more videos with other team members as well. But I wanted to the camera was still here, set up for Jedi Way, and I wanted to kind of establish, while I was here, my thanks to the fans and our appreciation as a team. I can just tell you, behind the scenes, we're all really happy with it, and we do it for you guys, the fans. So with that said, I'm just going to kind of cruise through some of these comments, and bear with me here. I do have picture-in-picture, which it's not live. I'll be editing it, so it'll be interesting to see if this even works, so using this Riverside software. But again, just going to go through some of the comments. There was a poll. As you hear, we're going to start with Prodigal Knight Revan. He had a poll right before it premiered. And it said, as a fan, I have some theories of who do you think we'll see as a cameo in this teaser. And you can see here, he had Euthura up there, Mitra, Zek, Malvaro, Kaden, and Bobek. And looks like it was a two-way tie with Malvaro and Zek, who thought people would be the cameo. And unfortunately, neither of those characters were in the teaser at all. So, that is an offer. Anyone on the listing that did make it into the trailer was Kaden. Look at that. That was a dark horse. I don't think we had advertised Kaden being anywhere in the movie, so that was really cool for someone to put that, and then for Kaden to be on there. So nice guess there. And we'll just scroll down a little bit here and have some people excited for it, and more of the discussions back and forth here. And as you can see, people were asking where they could talk about the trailer and stuff, and I was talking about the tone, and then here we go. This is when the teaser was released, and our comment from Air Dawn right after it premiered was, that was something for sure, thank you. This is Lord Revan. No, I am Revan. That's from CJ Mason. Yeah, that was that's from both our trailers right now. That is kind of like the it's the hook. That's the show. That's the movie. That's the story. Is that you got two people that are claiming they're Revan, and who are people going to side with? Who are people going to believe? It's interesting just thinking back to Episode 3. You kind of have a little of that when Logan says, "I'm coming back for what's mine," and Modero's like, "Ha, that belonged to Revan or whatever." So it's just realizing that there's a little bit of, not that that's Convergence, but just someone claiming to be Revan and other people maybe not believing them. So CJ Mason, yeah, we love that line too. A21 Edits, a longtime fan of ours, or maybe not long time, but one of our strongest and biggest supporters as of late. So he's been looking forward to this. Thank you, Dooku. Hope you don't get decapitated. Man, I missed it, Darth Valeria. Awesome trailer. Thank you, A21 Edits. And I do say right there, we are saving so much of the big stuff for the movie. It's insane how much you guys don't know that's you haven't seen. And we have enough content for, I think the plan now is we're going to have one more for sure trailer. I was gonna do one more trailer of my own, but I think I might not now. I think the breaking news is I am gonna do a series of TV spots in the tradition that I used to do with my KOTOR movies. I love doing TV spots. I got John Roca is going to be the voiceover for it. It's going to be like the old episode 3 TV spots from when they came out in 2005. I might focus on that. And again, the trailer that Darth Varkor is going to do is going to be considered the final theatrical trailer, and he excels at that. And I'm sure that's going to show a big, wide variety of the story and the feelings of how that's going to be. I think mine will. I've showed the darker side. I think my TV spots will show more of the fun and light parts. That's, if I were to guess, maybe do 1 or 2. I'm going to do like 5 or 6 spots. And it'll be like either the tone poems I had for episode 1 and stuff like that. So, but I'm glad you like it. You dug the teaser. Super curious to see how it all plays out. I'm serious, how serious the film is. I will say, the movie, it has waves. It ebbs and flows. There's some nostalgic parts that are going to hit you right in the feels. There's some really dark stuff, even bordering on, not maybe horror, but like very scary kind of characters are in this. And then, we have buddy cop aspects of it. Obviously we're not going to be able to do a trailer without showing that obviously you see they are not at each other's throats the whole time. So you're going to see an aspect of a buddy cop movie in there. Lethal Weapon, one of my favorites. So I remember when pitching the team some of the story ideas to make it a buddy cop movie. And then, we had 1138 views at some point. Now we're at over 57,000 views, but we were at 1138, which I thought was hilarious. And I don't know if YouTube does that on purpose, and that's just a number they rested on. But when I loaded it on my mobile the next minute, and it was 1139, which was weird. Like, usually you'd think they do it in clumps, but... Maria had asked, so apart from other projects, is there a special edition of the Veil of the Dark Side ever coming out? I will say, eventually. But we're having too much fun doing this new stuff, to be honest. Jenks, our forever loved Jenks, was going to head up the special edition project of that. And, he right now is busy with real life stuff, and he's doing really successful in his avenues. And, if he ever wants to come back and head that up, that was kind of his personal project. I think it would be great. But our team right now, the Shadows of the Sith finale, you're going to see the back half of that season is going to be fantastic. And, my pet project, my baby, is the Revans prequel. And there's so much good storytelling left to behold. And I'm excited to tell new stories. And we have episode 2 out there. Yeah, some of it still has that old, grainy look. Maybe if someone ever would want to volunteer. Look, if there is a KOTOR Machinima maker out there right now that wants to join the team and head up a project like that, message me in the comments. DarthYcey, thanks, buddy. It was an absolute pleasure working on the assets for the film. Yeah, I want to give a shout out all of the team. It goes without saying with Darth Varkor and all of his accomplishments and work on the movie. He is the anchor. The writing is also an anchor. This was going to be a stupid short film we were going to do as a joke, just to get like Lego Star Wars in there as a cameo. And it was going to be, 15 minutes. And then we started figuring out it could be a real good story. So nothing but love and credit to Greg Mitchell for the writing. He is amazing writer. And then of course with Chris Nova, Burning Earth Productions, CGI. It is elevated this movie. Wait till you see. You haven't even seen anything yet. And you see some of those shots in the trailer. And then DarthYcey, this is the one that I will shout, because you see, obviously, the CGI, that's Chris Nova doing it. And the writing, that's the words of Greg, and the acting, and it's me and Varkor, and the you'll see the Loganverse scenes are my creation with the animatics, and some of the scoring in the movie is myself, and then everything else is Darth Varkor as far as, the bulk of when everybody's together. To try to explain it to you, it was important that I did the Loganverse only scenes completely. So he just takes what I animatic for him, and he does word for shot for shot, just like what I do with the Icy with the movies and the shows. So anything where it's Loganverse only, that's all me. Anything where it's Varkorverse only, that's all him. And then there were pieces throughout where maybe he would give me what he had, and then I would do a couple trims to it, or he gave me a couple things, which was my favorite, my great pleasure, and scoring a couple scenes. It was a great death scene of someone that I got to score, which was a thrill. There's a spoiler. And then there's a couple moments in the middle, and then in that process. So, but the one that's the most unnoticed, and that is the best kind of CGI, they always says the stuff you don't notice, is DarthYcey. This guy almost, we've had a lot of real life struggles with all of us. But DarthYcey, more than most, has done so much work on this. And hopefully we'll do a commentary at one point where you'll realize how much. But this trailer has his fingerprints all over it. But you wouldn't know it because he's not shooting. He's building these assets. Caden Sentry with Anakin Scar and a blind eye, which was a surprise to me. I didn't request that. They just surprised me with it. That was a cool surprise. That's him. I don't want to say what you're looking at, but there's some very custom designs there that you see throughout the shots, backgrounds and things. That's him that was able to get these assets in KOTOR, and for him to design it and then bring it back into KOTOR, to break things apart and rebuild it. So DarthYcey is really the unspoken hero here, as well as far as being able to get things technically that we were able to do, and especially for one of our main cameo characters, which you've already seen him in one of the trailers, him doing some late magic on a scene that I had come up with. It's not in the original script, and when we get to the commentaries eventually you'll find out, but yeah, I had added something that I thought was appropriate, and not only did Varkor approve and help improve upon it, but IC made it possible. So it's going to be great. 8,000 views. Yeah, now it's at 57. It's pretty cool. Love the films. He said something. What did he say? Oh, Star Wars Theory. As much as I don't like Star Wars as much anymore, Star Wars Theory as much as anymore, but I hope he sees the trailer. That's from Andrew. Yeah, Star Wars Theory, he has his moments and he has his opinions, and I don't agree with all of them, but I do agree with a lot of them. Some of the drama I'm not a big fan of, but as far as he goes, I think most people that aren't approving of Disney Star Wars find a comfort in our movies. I get a lot of those comments, which we'll see here on the video in a second. We get a lot of, it's like comfort food for the people that aren't happy with Disney Star Wars. They find the warm embrace of the KOTOR movies, so it's really nice to hear. So yeah, and as I said, it was a really good trailer, well put together. Thank you. And we got a hell yeah from William B. Nunn, a longtime fan of ours, and another awesome guy. So that is from General. I'm going to go to the spoiler zone. So if you haven't seen the trailer, go see the trailer first, because I'm going to click on spoiler zone now. And we'll see here what some of the questions were right after it was released. Here we go. This is the first posts right after it was released here. BurningEarthChris. I like the part where Karth is thrown into the Sarlacc pit by Moda the Hutt and does a cool backflip while T3 launches his trusty pistol towards him like in Return of the Jedi, and John Wick's basically everyone there. You haven't seen that shot yet. I cut that out of he didn't know I cut that out of the teaser right before, so you'll have to wait for the movie for that part. Let's see. We're waiting for Erdan to analyze it frame for frame, which he does. Erdan, we love it. We need the details. So what is this? And he shows this picture here, which I can go full screen in the edit. And he's more talking about the red mist and the lightning things behind it. But it's from those assets are from KOTOR 2 and also from other aspects from our movie. But I don't want to spoil too much. It also appears that that's Logan with Yoga in the World Between Worlds. Yoda. Yeah, you see Logan there. I guess you could put two and two together with the outfit. So you got Logan hanging out with Yoda here. What's going to happen? And talking about the red mist, that's something that's in the game, and it's in previous things we've released. And Darth Nihilus had it in the game, so did Scion. Maybe you're going to see some of these fellas in the movie. You'll never know. I'm not going to tell anything. I'm surprised I haven't spoiled anything quite yet. What do you mean? I know it's a joke, but what is the joke? All of the above. Yeah. My joke was that everybody's going to be in the movie. We're going to give a cameo. You get a cameo. You get a cameo. Lies. That's why the Jedi Order must be torn down. Speaking of which, Varkor, absolutely phenomenal line right there. And to Greg for whoever wrote it. It wasn't him coming up with it. That was Greg writing it. And that is all Darth Varkor's acting. He's been knocking it out of the park. I'm not going to lie. He far outshines my voice acting. He's got a lot of meat there with that character. I think it's a lot of actors love to play those conflicted dark side characters more. Which is why, and I think I've released a still from it a long time ago. If not, here's breaking news. I always wanted to do a series called Logan Dark, where I would just replay the game and with Logan doing all the bad decisions and be the bad guy. It's fun to be the bad guy. But yeah, Varkor absolutely killed it in this movie. As he did in, I thought, Heart of Darkness, he excelled too. And you'll see it in this movie. There's some, the chemistry between the two of us was really great. And it was cool. Sometimes, as an actor, like, I know my place in this movie is to be more not the anchor as far as carrying the movie, but the anchor as far as, the slow and steady. And I don't want to spoil it, but we know where Logan ends up in Shadows of the Sith and obviously in the KOTOR sequels and stuff. So, we know that Logan at this point is kind of made his choice at the end of episode 3 of where he believes good and evil is. So it's good to be to try to be that anchor and to try to see, can he bring Dan back to the light? Does he think it's possible? We have some scenes that have been released when they were on Manon talking about it. But it gives Varkor absolutely this great plethora of emotions that he displays. And then some of our more dramatic scenes, which you can guess when the two of these guys get together, are going to happen. It was great. Great chemistry working with him as far as voicing. It's like unbelievable. And we do have an opening scene with an Uthar impersonator club. That's going to be great. It's a contest who does the best Uthar. That was a funny joke. I couldn't have said it better myself, Kev, when he says, "How dare you?" Yeah, his voice quivers. Gotta love that. You gotta love the Darth Varkor quiver. Hashtag Darth Varkor quiver. He's got more quivers than Hawkeye or Katniss Everdeen. That was a bad dad joke, sorry. Darth Varkor was amazing in those lines. I will also add Kevin did a good job too. The show me line. Thank you very much. That's so kind. Also, yeah, that line. Also, when Logan said that in the trailer, Dan happened to have one of his sleeves torn off. Wonder what happened to the carnage there. Yeah. Almost didn't include that shot. Kind of wanted. That's why there's so many things we have saved. And that was one I wanted to save, but I believe there's so many cool shots from that sequence alone that Varkor will want to use in the trailer. So I thought I'd just pull the Band-Aid or pull the sleeve off, if you will. Darth Varkor, I'm usually critical of my own VO work, but I'd be lying if I wasn't proud of some of the segments between myself and Kevin. Really bring our A-game acting. You certainly did, Varkor. You certainly did. It's amazing what you could bring out with voice and just on 2003 graphics. Great chemistry the two of you have. Everyone see Caden Sentry. Yeah, here it is. Anakin Scar. Is he bad? Is he good? I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, you got to love that shot there. And from the trailer, that was a cameo that I requested. And I actually, I don't want to spoil that. It's not a cameo I requested. It was a cameo that made sense in the story, but like there were a couple characters that I was like, let's make sure they're in the movie, and he was one. And he is as advertised, Caden Sentry, and Josh Breeding revoices him. Everybody who voiced their characters in the episode 3 and also in Varkor's movies got to reprise their roles, which is great. Seems like he hasn't shaved is the problem. Maybe it's an evil Caden. Could be evil. You never know. Honestly, I would be too. You both did a kick-ass job from Khan. Khan never, I don't know why Khan would say anything nice about me, because then I'll just label him Team Logan for the rest of his days. Honestly, I could definitely say that if I ever voice acted a more mentally unstable character someday, there's a good chance I'll be using your performance, Dan, as inspiration. Those are high compliments indeed. Thank you on behalf of Darth Varkor. I wonder what's going on here. That's some kick-ass CGI is what's going on there. Almost didn't include that shot, by the way. Put it in at the last moment. That shot originally was just going to be another shot from like one of our existing trailers. The teaser I originally had was going to have a lot of reused shots because we were trying to hide a lot of it. But then we realized the closer this movie comes to completion, we have so much that's going to be hidden anyway. So you don't even know who the main villain is. And you won't until the premiere night. His Uber Eats arrived, says Darth Varkor. And then we give Chris his flowers here. It's credible via VFX by Chris. And maybe this is what happens when you eat Taco Bell too much. Aired on Dan and Freelands. They accidentally blew down the fourth wall. Dan and Logan breaking out of fiction to meet their creators, Darth Varkor and Kevin Smets. That's funny. It looks like this ship, the portal, is emerging, is breaking apart as well. That's some good theories there. I love to see it. Wonder what other fantastic special effects. Oh, you don't even realize there's going to be so many more Eardon. That's from Eardon. And BurningEarthChris, thanks y'all. I got to give thanks for the whole Convergence team. We are a team that loves each other, obviously, and you notice that if anybody gets credit, we all just kind of make sure that everybody gets credit, and it's basically our team. It's a very strong team. We have our ups and downs, and our creatively in anything, there's always head bumps, but we always manage that. That's what makes good in my industry, as someone who works daily in it. That's what makes the best creative work. Let's see here. I'll just you deserve some credit. Yes, Chris, you do deserve some credit. You all are gonna make me cry after bursting out laughing of Darth Varkor's Uthar impersonation. Stop making me feel things. Seriously though, you all are the best. You are the best, Chris. Khan, to be fair, we got to remember that he and Kev have quite the knack for making someone laugh that much. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we do like to have our fun. Leave here you must, belong here you do not. Yeah. That's Imagi Studios' Kreia Creep saying that. Leave here. He's quoting the Yoda line from the first teaser. So you put two and two together, it looks like he's not happy with Logan Starr being in the world between worlds. I wonder why he would say that. So maybe Logan will look down at him and say, I don't like your tone, green guy, and then decapitate him. Ah! Yeah. So that's it. That's our quick journey through the quick comments. I thought it was going to be a lot shorter than this. My video camera's about to die on the battery, so I'm going to say bye for now. Thanks for your fandom. Thanks for the support, and we can't wait to see what's in store in the future. Take care. And yeah, the battery's about to die, so I got to end this right away. Bye.